go from zero to absolutely nothing. It's like more people arrived. Fucking GX71 Mark II.
It's actually the only original Irish yellow Evo 9 in the country.
Original Irish sold car.
Yeah.
I love it. And there's another fucking Evo 4.
One owner from brand new.
They just wanted you to know that it was turbo, so it says it on the fucking seat belt.
I think that's an original Irish actually, EK4. The Corsa two-door saloon. It's just a 2CV project. Myself and the two brothers actually built Space Saver tyres that are max speed 80 kilometers an hour. That's off a Mitsubishi 3000 GT. That's actually one of the very first Mitsubishi Galants ever.
Holy shit, man.
Little Mini in the corner is only 16,000 miles from new with the original tyres still on it. An idea, if it just one of the first tyres that came off the all days.
The DeLorean was built in Ireland, in the north of Ireland, and the trucks used to transport the DeLorean quarter panels up to Belfast, and this fell off the back of a truck.
Basically, yeah.
And now it's memorabilia. We go from zero to absolutely nothing. It's like more people arrived in awesome cars as we were inside, so yeah, it's like a little mini slice of Japan here. Slightly overwhelming because, you know, you go from seeing nothing for months and then you didn't even see anything on the drive up to fucking loads and loads of good cars in a very unassuming place. Just goes to show how much hidden shit is in Ireland. And this, we didn't even talk about this fucking GX71 Mark II. And we still have to go out to Paul's other spot where there's more cars, so it's quite a heft of stuff here. So I just said I'd give you a quick look at them in case they do disappear, because it'd be kind of rude not to. We're getting a bit of a spin in this to Paul's other collection. This sounds great.
Yeah, they're not twin cam 24, they're a six-cylinder 2-litre.
Is this a 1G or is it?
1G,
yeah.
1G GE. Yeah.
So we never actually talked about this. This is your GX71 Mark II
Yeah.
that you also have.
Yeah, I said two Mark IIs. This is my windscreen washer here. Connect the two of these.
It's quite low, isn't it?
It's very low. I wanted to say it was low as I could really with it.
Yeah.
And I could still drive it.
Did you convert this to manual or?
Yeah, it was automatic.
Cruising through the heart of Ireland, the centre of Ireland, in a GX71. It's pretty awesome, man.
Heart of Ireland roads too.
Oh, friends.
You're lovely too. Oh yes, you are. You're terrifying.
Man, the play is great.
Yeah, the place, the gas, like, it's only what? I think it was 350 quid at the time to get personal place.
Is that how they did it? Because I always wondered. Now we're somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
out of the home house now.
yeah, we're out at the home house.
Yeah. So this is kind of, the rest of them are all out of the garage at the minute because I'm building a new shed and that, but anyways, they're all outside at the minute. But basically, that's kind of the main car, I suppose, as such. It's Evo 9 original Irish. It's actually the only original Irish yellow Evo 9 in the country. So there's loads of yellow Evo 9s, but they're mostly either UK import or Japan import or whatever.
This, so yeah, for original Irish sold car.
Special order, yeah, special order by Mitsubishi. Dad has a Mitsubishi garage. He sold it new.
So this came from through your dealership then?
Almost brand new. I sat in the car in the showroom in December 05, pictures there somewhere of it, and I said someday now I'll get it, and literally the car came up for sale and I said whatever it took I had to buy it. But I just did a few things, just HKS exhaust, Jap wind deflector.
Yeah, I was thinking, that's why the car always threw me off. I always thought it was a Jap car.
Yeah. The Irish are a little bit different spec than the Jap one, didn't have as high bolsters and seats and stuff like that.
Right, stuff I would never notice. Cause
yeah, things you wouldn't think of, but I suppose when you're into them you can.
Yeah, I guess now I know why you're into Mitsubishis, because you were born into Mitsubishis, like, right.
But Dad was getting trade-ins of Evos, I was getting dropped to school in them.
That's just incredible, man.
I didn't want to do too much with it, so I just got it mapped and put a bit of carbon on it.
And this thing is lovely. Just the yellow in Ireland is great, because Ireland is, you know, like yellow in other countries, like warmer climates, it doesn't stand out as much. But because Ireland, like even right now, is quite dull and green. Like when you see a yellow car, it's like, whoa, Jesus, you know. And people in Ireland don't really like yellow, so you rarely see yellow cars.
Yeah, well, like when you're spending that money brand new, you'd be kind of sceptical about buying a yellow one.
Yeah,
Like that's still original paint, and that's kind of why I don't really drive it too much. I'm kind of, with the value of it are gone, I'm really half afraid to drive it in a way. But look, I do drive it, but just not that often.
Yeah.
I should drive it more often.
What a beautiful car. Such a cool story. So how old were you when you were sitting in it first? It was like 12?
I think it was 12, 11 or 12, in around that age anyway.
So you were doomed from the start basically then, because you were born into it, like.
Yeah, but to me this was like, in the showroom like at the time, that to me like was a Ferrari. But yeah, that's kind of the backstory. That car that'll kind of go to the grave with me, I think. Just
the one you'll definitely keep.
Yeah, sentimental value, that car now.
It was meant to be if it came back around and ended up.
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that anyway. It was brand new as well, the 3-year warranty, 100 kilometres, well faded now.
This is
that's the garage.
the garage then.
Again, factory yellow.
Yeah.
With my wheels now, that's normally my car on it.
So this is your other brother that is. So you've other brother is Niall, is it?
Sean owns that.
Yeah, and then Niall is your other brother that's into the Hondas. So he had the DC1 that we saw in the other shed. Yeah. I love it. And then there's just another fucking Evo 4 there.
One owner from brand new. Bought it off the original owner.
Where was it? Was it in Dublin or somewhere? Because it looked
yeah.
like a Dublin housing estate that you got it out of.
It was actually near Phoenix Park. They bought it brand new, herself and the husband. Husband passed away unfortunately, and I think the car kind of reminded her a bit of it, seeing it every day, and she eventually said she'd sell it. Haven't done a thing with it yet. The way you see it is the way I nearly pulled it out. It needs a bit of work doing, but it's a very original car. And there's, I can't remember what mileage on it, but about 100,000 miles.
It's pretty impressive, man, that it's been.
And it's yellow.
Yeah. Flip going for the old.
That's just Jap EG8 now, it's not a 9.
Yeah. Poor LEG Ferio.
Yeah.
Good machine.
It has a cool parking pole. We took it over to protect it. It still works. It's actually not too bad of a shell. The back left and arch easily done, but apart from that, the shell itself doesn't seem too bad. We hope, like, it's actually a local-ish car.
Alright, it's not a D-Reg car.
No, it's a Westmead.
Wow, that's shocking. Every single one of these are D-Reg for some reason.
There's actually only one owner since import.
No way.
The farmer had it and we pulled it out of his yard basically. Like, he just left it there to rot, and we just said we'll have that.
Yeah, isn't it mad how much stuff came here? Even just for like, if you're not into cars, people just end up with weird imports and stuff. It's nice to be able to find them all. I know so much stuff has died, but at least you're doing a good job trying to save as much stuff as you can. So
another Mitsubishi Lancer.
Jeez.
It's actually a friend of mine's car. If he's watching the video, he might actually remember that's here.
I've seen it a couple of. Was it ever at Mondello? I think I got a few photos of it.
That's the last place I've seen it because they rattled the engine in Mondello.
Oh no.
And we rebuilt the engine in it. They're really cool little car, to be fair.
Fuck.
And had a few jitsu exhaust and a few little things like that.
Absolute 80s goodness. They just wanted you to know that it was turbo, so it says it on the fucking seatbelt.
I think that's an original Irish actually, EK4.
Okay.
Which would be rare too now, but he obviously has done up Jap.
Is that the original colour as well? Or? Yeah.
Supersonic blue.
Yeah, Supersonic blue, that's the one.
Daily drove it now for a long time.
Really?
Still does daily drive for the summer.
You wouldn't think it by looking at it.
No.
Yeah, that's absolutely savage, man.
My a little Cyborg ZR.
Also an amazing car.
Yeah, they were cool. They're very popular car years ago, and now just.
Yeah, remember these were just everywhere. Just lads didn't care because they weren't VTEC, but if you knew what they were, you could appreciate them. They all also were just scrapped or wrecked.
Sean, the other brother, that's his Evo 4. Fairly original suspension, original wheels. Just, now it is running an Evo 5 engine.
Okay. Man, I've been treated. There's another Evo 4 over there. There's 3 Evo 4s in the one day and you never ever see them. And then here's an anxiety machine that reminds me of Gran Turismo.
This is the EF3 he's building. This used to be actually a Barcelona green, which some people are going to actually hate him for. It was a Barcelona green EF3, Jap EF3, which came with a 1600 double overhead cam non-VTEC.
So what colour? This is
this is the colour of the R34 GTR styling.
It's a beautiful colour.
Millennium Jade, that's the colour, couldn't think of it.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a cool car.
Jeez, man.
He's a lot of money spent on it, like
it looks like it.
Inside, like there isn't a bit
Oh
of the
my god, look at that.
left of it really,
Man, this is gorgeous. Brown glass as well, it looks.
We got brand new bronze windscreen and stuff for it.
No way.
Yeah.
So what, it's a B18 now?
Yeah, so he's trying to merge, I think, the DC2 to the EF wiring loop. Basically.
And then he's a DC2 interior loom now, is that what he's trying to match up to?
I think so, and then he's on about running, I think, S2000 clocks.
Yeah. Wow. Fuck, unreal. Nice collection. Are these yours as well then?
They're mine, yeah. Corsa two-door saloon. Two-door saloon.
Oh my god.
Coupe.
I don't even know the last time I saw one of these. It's an original Irish car as well, is it? With the old plate. Look, there's the.
One owner from you with 40,000 miles.
It's the original Irish plate.
I started it myself, and I bought between us back in 2010 or 2011 we bought. One lady owner in the UK, and 60-something thousand miles we lowered it by Ashley Streets on it, and then left it alone.
I'd usually be mind blown by these, but this after blowing the head off me because the last time I saw one of these was in the 90s. Like they're just.
And they used to be everywhere.
They used to be everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a car that just completely evaporated. Right, and then there's like another.
It's just a 2CV project. Myself and the two brothers actually built over years ago. We kind of just took a notion to slam a Citroen 2CV. So we literally cut the floors out, put the chassis inside the body of it, and got it as low as we could. Drove it up to Dubshed actually one year.
Like that's mental, man.
Yeah, it's a cool little car now. Some head turner now when you bring it out. Not in Ireland.
You've actually even like it looks like the tire profile is even smaller to make it even lower.
We had to get you're right. We had to get space saver tires that
That's
are
what
max speed 80 kilometers an hour.
Space saver tires on it. That's amazing. You can't even get your foot in underneath, can you? No, not really. But that's amazing.
You know, if you come to a pothole, you actually rent it. Sean, the other brother that has the Evos, that's a little Evo powered Colt.
You know what just caught me straight away is the awesome wood grain on the Pajero. What? Really? Yeah. That's a real thing. I had no idea. Is Japan only or?
Yeah.
Ah, you have to. What? I didn't know they made a woody version of this. That's hilarious. I'm in Egypt for all sorts of stuff now, but something like.
It's actually, we only brought it in from Japan, and that came in 2013. 120 kilometers on it, I think. 120,000 kilometers. Yeah.
Look at that. They all smell the same. I can't believe there's a.
Evan would love it.
The wood paneling, man.
Obviously, an option. You got the cup holder there.
Yeah.
And then you've got like this little box here.
Oh, look at that. So it's like a non-smoking. Would the ashtray would have been there on these or?
Yeah,
look at that. Oh man. Unbelievable.
It's actually a little antichrist.
I would say so.
Out of all the cars here, to be honest with you, it's the most fun. You spin wheels off the 4th gear now.
Jesus, man.
There's no weight in it. Like I don't even know what weight they are, but it can't be heavy.
What a nice, even just looks really cool in the all black with the black Regamasters.
I think the scoops are off, like that's off a Mitsubishi 3000 GT or something, and that's off some other sort, I don't know what it is, but like, they even keep Mitsubishi bits on it.
Was this done?
This was done prior to him getting out. It was done to a certain extent. It's done a lot of work to get it to where it is now, but.
What's happening here then? There's another.
That's actually one of the very first Mitsubishi Galants ever. It's number, I think, 70 or something out of all the very first. So it's a Mark 1 Mitsubishi Galant. It's actually totally original, hubcaps and everything.
Where did this come from then?
That came from Angola or something. It's like an ex-Portuguese colony or something.
How did you find this?
How did I find it?
You just start clicking on the Facebook Marketplace in obscure places, change the location.
I do plan to do it up. Original paint, original hubcaps, but I'll probably get them painted. I don't know if I'm going to go original look or slam it on a set.
Well, you have enough wheels there to...
I probably will, yeah.
Like straight away, just being nosy, you're just like, look at the go with that.
Enkai rolling green.
Holy shit, man. Oh my god. So, are you getting these redone? Have these been
They were rebarreled by crowd in the UK.
Rims carnated. What about the meshes? Are they?
They were done by Rims carnated as well.
Jesus, they're beautiful. It's like we're at a fucking car show here with the way that they're all lined up.
And they're all projects here. That's why the projects are here. That's just kind of a local car. It actually only came down for a mile down the road. It was in a barn. We didn't even know about it until recently. Longford car.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, don't open everyone's doors.
Yeah, he just got it.
Another kind of Longford Golf. No, why the doors were open. Longford Golf. We just bought it because we heard about it in the garage and pulled it out of the garage.
Wow, look at that. Is that 2004 and 2003 on there?
The good times.
Jesus, man. The old Irish plate. Fucking hell. They're like I remember these just everywhere.
Yeah, they're going back to that now with this new
gel shit. Yeah. Ian, your stupid fucking 4D gel plates. These lads were doing it in the fucking 80s.
Oh, look at.
I'm kind of starting to be just lost for words now because you just keep showing me stuff.
Heavy
So like you were
industries.
saying earlier then, outside of Japan, they didn't even bother marketing stuff as Mitsubishi for a while. Like they just had it as
it was cold. Yeah, it was
and then eventually then they're like, right, we'll actually just use the
Yeah.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries name.
Yeah.
Fucking mad. Never seen a Duracell car battery.
Yeah, the one that had lying there.
That's impressive.
It was all kind of
Wow.
the older stuff. That's actually Niall's EG fucking artist in the minute. It's an EG. What was it? EG
3.
4.
Or is 4?
4, I think. 4. EG 1.5, I think.
Okay, right. Deadly.
Wow. So right, I see the kind of appeal for you to be messing around with two
Yeah.
CVs. Ah, here man. This is...
Forever going through them all.
So you now need to rival this with your own garage full of
That's
90s
what's
and
going on, yeah.
80s stuff. So then it's like,
Yeah.
I can see the influence rubbing off. I'm kind of happy in a way I didn't grow up around this because I would just be, I'd be fucked. Fucked is not the word, like. Holy shit, man. Incredible.
That's an Irish car, Leitrim car, 1926.
I've never even seen much of this stuff. Like, you'd see it at vintage things years ago, but like, this stuff doesn't really come out that much anymore.
We don't actually do vintage shows, really. Like,
Yeah.
Dad doesn't like them.
Just not ours, like.
But he actually does do vintage runs.
Okay.
It's a bit of crack. You trailer it down, you do maybe 60 mile or whatever, and probably break down, but if you don't, well and good.
So, I have no idea what I'm looking at, so.
Yeah, so that's a Citroen.
Right.
1926 Citroen.
Kind of suits you.
So comfortable.
What's this called again? Is it
It's
a
a Citroen DS.
DS?
Yeah.
Loads of people that watch this now are suddenly going to be classic car connoisseurs and hate me for not. I'll just be honest right now on the camera, this is where I drop off with my knowledge.
Yeah. But they wouldn't do anything normal. They have to
Wow.
do anything different than everybody else.
It's like they did it on purpose, isn't it? It's like, well, you have your mirror up there, well, fuck you, we're putting a mirror down here, like, you know.
Exactly what it is.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, like, screw you.
Yeah. The headlights steer when you steer it. They're on a swivel with the steering wheel, so you steer it right, your headlights go right, that sort of thing. It's just mad stuff.
It's a beautiful looking car, though. Like, it's just like an absolute work of art. It's almost like a painting or something, do you know?
Yeah. Actually only has 3 owners, including the owner in France.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Obviously, doors this way. But again, that was the height of simplicity.
Yeah. This kind of sums your family up in a nutshell, though. There's an EG6 here, and then there's like a 2CV here.
Little Mini in the corner is only 16,000 miles from new with the original tyres still on it.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Is this a...
Tyres now above the pop probably, but...
Is it an Irish car or an English
Irish car, no, Irish car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anytime you see an original Irish car, it's in good condition. It's very impressive, isn't it? Because you're like...
Like, in fairness to that, I actually remember going to buy that with Dad, and like, the lady that had it, she had all pillows and everything stuffed in there and everything. Like,
Why? Just...
I have no idea. She obviously thought that's how you protect it. Probably stop maybe mice get into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Obviously, garage his whole life in out of the way, like, because an original Irish car, as you've seen from some stuff earlier, wouldn't look like this if it was left outside.
If you had a Rolls Royce, you had a chauffeur driven.
Yeah.
If you had one of those, you're doing well.
And imagine the roads back then, because like they were basically, like if the roads aren't great today, like I mean roads in...
The wheels in that car, and that'll give you an idea. You had to get the wheels all done in that car because, for example, I think it's obviously these the right ones on now, but somebody had, I think, welded a Massey Ferguson 35 wheel rim onto one of these because they couldn't find wheels for it.
Right.
And that was just an Irish thing to do. It was the cheapest way of getting it out of it.
Look how analog this is, man. This is like, and this was the height of just like...
Basic.
Yeah. I know nothing about this stuff, so I'm not going to pretend I do. I absolutely... So anyone that's watching this, because there's always someone that's going to watch this that knows everything, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, I'm just in here, like I'm a student of an awesome situation. So another Austin.
That's Austin, yeah. Dublin car.
Right.
So basically, that's to give you an idea. That's 1926. That's 1923.
Okay.
To give you an idea of the era.
Wow.
Just give you a quick idea. So basically, over the time, they started off with brass, and then basically found out brass is very expensive to do. We'll nickel the brass. So for example, so you can see the wheels are brass. It's where the nickel is actually worn off it. So it's actually brass underneath that. The nickel. And then they realised, okay, nickel is very expensive. We'll go to painting them, and then they went to painting them. You know.
So are these all Irish cars then?
So they're not all. That's a UK car. That's
Right.
1927 Austin.
Fuck.
Then basically these little projects we have.
Look
going
at
on.
this.
Little Honda N600. Originally a UK car, I think, but came into Ireland like a long time ago. Like it was only thinking 2-year-old, and it got a Dublin number on it.
Again, OG Irish license plates before. Well, yeah, that's back before we actually had the system we have now.
Little motorbike engine is all that are in them. I'll pop the bonnet.
Like you're saying, this was the crossover from them building bikes and turning to cars.
So kind of
Look at the tax disc. Just fucking 84.
Seems like it's still attached on.
Ooh. Look at
That's a
that.
little engine.
Whoa.
Look at the size of it, man.
Yeah,
Look at that.
mad
Earth
little engine.
cable.
Someday, hopefully, it'll be
Yeah.
done. Someday.
Unbelievable, man. Just the... Yeah, sorry to anyone for glancing over this stuff. This is definitely out of...
This scares us.
Yeah, I'm just amazed. I feel like I'm in a museum just looking at paintings. Or like, you know, they're just... They don't even... To me, they don't even look like they move. They're just gorgeous.
That there is another Irish car, but that's actually where time when Ford was in Cork.
Oh,
That was
wow.
one of the Cork assembled cars.
So, for people that don't know, Cork was Ford had a plant in Cork because Henry Ford's family, I think, are from Cork. So they always wanted to come over and have a factory over here. So I think they closed down in the 80s. I think I was at maybe the late 80s. They built a few Sierras there and stuff as well, I'm fairly sure.
yeah.
But yeah, there was Fords that were built in Cork. And this is one of them.
yeah.
Incredible. So cool, man. It's cool to know that cars are actually built in Ireland.
Yeah, it is mad.
You wouldn't think it for such a small country that we had a car industry.
£30.
30 guinea, I think it was. At the time.
What was it? Look what it's called. It's called an All Days and Onions.
My head is melted. What?
It's like number 20 on your local Chinese.
All days and onions, please. With extra sauce.
Basically, it's a 1909 All Days and Onions. Now, there isn't too many of them left in the world from
All days and onions.
All Days and Onions.
Yeah, I did that.
So that's the name, like.
That's the name. Basically, there were, as far as I'm aware, there were two gentlemen that set up a company building tractors.
William
And they're-
Allday.
Now we have it. And I think, no, that's both William Allday.
Oh, shit,
Two
yeah.
different, but like I think Onions was the second name of the other man.
This is
And
in
was-
the UK or
This is built in the UK.
Okay.
I think it was Birmingham.
Birmingham
Birmingham.
and London.
all days and onions.
So they started off building tractors and emerged into cars. As far as I'm aware, this is kind of the last of before the business didn't work
Okay.
out. It was more late 1800s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very original car. Like it was
Yeah.
last painted. Like the taxi it's gone, I think it's from the 60s. It was just lucky it was in the shed during the wars and stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly like not original paint, but it was painted, but a long time ago.
Yeah.
Still has the horse hair and the seats, which obviously that was what the packing was. Seats were done with. was
Unbelievable.
Horse hair.
Man, going from the full spectrum of sitting around like JZX81s to coming back to like where cars have come from. It must be kind of cool for you though, because you grew up and
I can
but you're
see
surrounded around the actual evolution of cars, so you'll have a totally different understanding for like everything as to just someone that just played a game and stuff. You grew up around it,
I
so.
grew up around it, yeah, no choice.
So what's this?
That's a Wolseley.
Wow, I don't even know what that is, but I'm amazed.
Like, actually, I'll show you a cool trick now, sure. When we're on the road.
Oh man.
See it there.
What?
The back of it there. So you can sit out here when you're going along the road. It is a little scary now, being honest. It's a little scary.
You've actually done it then,
I
where
have done it, yeah. I have to do it. You
I
couldn't
would
not
be
do it.
terrified, man. There's not to hold on to. I'm impressed by all the there's actually the dealership stickers somehow on the stuff as well.
Yeah.
Another sale.
Yeah, yay. Man, there's just so much cool shit everywhere. Like, it's just,
Bits of everything.
and it's totally alien to me. Like, it's just fair play to your dad for accumulating such a collection of this stuff. Like, this must have taken him a long time.
Creepiest Mitchell man ever. I think.
Yeah,
Very creepy.
he is a bit spooky looking. Yeah.
It's an idea for that's one of the first tyres that came off the All Days, or not the All Days. Sorry, the Caltarp there. So that's the way the tyre tread was. You can see feel how hard it's gone. It's literally
Oh my god.
that tyre is as old as.
But there would have been air in that. Or was it solid back then?
No, there would have been air in it, I think at the time.
Jesus, man,
Yeah.
look at that. That's impressive.
Tyres have changing over the
Yeah.
years then.
And you can still get, or does he have to use a type of bike tire, or does the company still
No,
make
there's
stuff?
still companies you will pay for them. Like even Dunlop, in fairness to Dunlop, they have the original molds from
Yeah.
back in the early 1900s, and they will actually now they have to get an order of so many tyres, and you're on a waiting list. But they will actually bring out the molds
Okay.
to make the tyre for you. Now they're not cheap, but they'll do it. For
That's
you.
fairly impressive. I had no idea that stuff existed. Cool, he's restoring something here then.
That's actually a copy of this car. They're both the same car, both Irish cars.
Yeah.
This is actually a running and driving car. I know it doesn't look like it, but he's into keeping cars original as well.
Yeah.
Running and driving car. You actually have to strip bits of this to get them copied to do this one, because he bought this as literally a chassis.
Right. And a lot of stuff's getting made up for it then.
He's making the most of himself, in fairness.
What?
He's done a lot of himself. He did it all himself, I think, except from the wings. He took the wings off and got them copied with the old type roller. Like he made all the brackets for that, everything for it.
He does all this himself, like?
He does it himself in spare time, yeah. Now there could be 5 years work there,
Okay.
being honest.
How does he find the time? That's incredible.
Just evenings and weekends.
Yeah.
Like, he spends spends a lot of time out here now.
It's a nice place to be, man.
Even
It's
this here, it took him ages. Like, I remember him spending a week making this because he had to have these flush, so he had to bend this in and it's brass as well.
unbelievable.
Like to just copy the one and that one.
How daunting. Imagine just trying to undertake this kind of a thing. It's
He has
like,
patience. I don't have the patience he has, but he has it.
man, how primitive everything is. I've never actually got to see any of these types of cars up close like this. Like, you just see the little diff casing and how simplistic everything is just...
So it's mad how we evolved. We started off with rear brakes.
Yeah.
Then we went to rear and front, you know, and then it went to how things have changed.
Yeah.
Now you have ABS, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was your shock absorber there.
It's nuts. I was only looking at it.
Holy shit. You get to see the full spectrum from...
Yeah. How cars started to.
Yeah, he's got unbelievable. It's just totally alien to me, but it's so cool to see all this
All
stuff.
the old drums.
Even all the old drums and that. Unbelievable. Yeah, definitely took him a long time, I'd say, to build up this collection of stuff.
Yeah.
Even all the old, because it's cool. Literally, just like the way you were saying then as well, you have to have as many spares as possible for stuff, because I mean, once you find something, you have to just get it.
Have to buy it, yeah.
We're gonna all end up like this.
We're all fucked.
We're all fucked. This is a look into our future.
Chaser.
Yeah, that's it.
You're doomed, like.
That's the twin cap. That's
But it is though, like, I'm telling you, like, I don't know how much of our stuff's going to stick around. At least this stuff was a bit thicker, and
this is hard.
our stuff's already disappearing, you know.
That is, yeah.
Back then there was no such thing as planned obsolescence. Like, you just build a car and you never thought about, oh, I'll get this customer back in a few years now if I plan this yoke to fall apart after 5 years. Like this.
They were built to last, in fairness.
Yeah, they were.
Like, that car there is 1915, I think. Like, that's, you know, it's old.
Look at the wheels, man. Yeah. You're after melting the head off me, man. I wasn't expecting it to turn into me being inside a YouTube video that I'd watch. Like, just the stuff is, yeah. It's funny being totally out of my comfort zone with all this stuff as well. Because I'm usually always like, look at this. Is that a block? Like, off
That's the end of that car there. Yeah, he did an awful job trying to get the pistons out. The pistons were all seized.
Okay.
But he eventually got them out. I don't know how he even did it.
God knows how long they were in there.
I think
Like,
he boiled it. He had to buy a copper cylinder, and then because he tried diesel, he tried all the normal tricks. I think he ended up boiling it. And
fucking hell. You were really doomed from the start, weren't you? Like, there's absolutely no way out of it.
there's no way out.
I got this tour, I'd say, I don't know how many times. That's how I still love hearing it and going through it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm buzzing, man.
it's always interesting.
I'm delighted you didn't tell me about any of this, because it was a very nice surprise to be like, I didn't know there was going to be a whole world of... I feel like I'm in a YouTube video that I watch on my lunch and work. But I'm totally... I almost feel like I'm not worthy to be in here. I feel like one of the older dudes that I watch would love to talk to your dad and ask him some questions.
This is Rolls Royce. Like, I'll just show you how Rolls Royce spent money. Like like what's nearly can't be done now, but
Yeah.
has like ivory. You know the ivory tusks
Yeah.
used as the handles on the car. Like, it's just, and everything was silver. Basically, this is all
Oh my God.
all ivory. So like it was no money expense.
Yeah.
You know the way Rolls Royce did it. You bought your chassis, and from here onwards, from there onwards.
Was coach built then?
And then you
Yeah,
you got a coach builder then, and you gave your coach builder
Oh yeah.
what you wanted to build. So basically, really, no two Rolls Royces are nearly ever the same.
I want to smell it. I've never smelled. Wow. Amazing. That smell.
That car is a gas history. Like, I won't have time to go through it all now.
Yeah.
But basically, it was stolen by the chauffeur that used to drive it. So
Okay.
basically, they burnt the shed down and he robbed the car, and they thought the car was burnt in the shed. Back in the day when
Look at that.
This is so cool.
It is. Again, I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I like it.
But like everything, like as you say, it's like artwork. Like really. Like,
It is though.
now it's just a plastic cover over everything.
Exactly.
This is like seeing exactly how.
And you know, because you're looking at new stuff all the time, and then coming out to the absolute, like, the amount of effort, and everything's handmade, or, you know, big old machines, and like, you just imagine it from a time of just...
But like that engine there, like if he was out here now, you'd never get away. But basically, you could balance a €2 coin on the top of that while it's running, and it won't.
Unbelievable.
You had the lady had the mirror on the little pocket on the far side, it's too dark there, and the gentleman had the ashtray, and that's how you knew it was like his and her side. So the lady sat on the left and he sat on the right.
What happens to all this stuff? And like, obviously it'll be kept around with G, but you know, everywhere else in the world where this stuff is, like, does it all just... Like we won't have the head to even maintain and appreciate this stuff in many years to come. Like,
It's hard to know, I suppose. Like, my tour is like 10 minutes. Dad's tour would be like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of different generations is all. Was because during the war, they knew that it was a doctor's car by the colour of the headlights. So the paint
Really?
was blue, yeah, because they were allowed to drive around. You weren't allowed to drive around unless you were a doctor or something during the war. So this car was driven around during the war.
Wow. What year is it?
That's 20. I'll be wrong with this one now, guarantee you. I think it's 1925. Again, fairly original. Like he's not going to touch it like it's going to be left like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can never get away from a bit of it there. There's always a bit of Jap stuff just lingering.
That seat, I still don't know what it is. It has Mitsubishi Rally Art and Recaro on it all at once, and nobody can tell me what's out. So I don't know if it's a recovered seat or if it's actually a Mitsubishi Rally Art seat.
Yeah.
DeLorean quarter panel in the corner.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It looked DeLorean-y or something.
Yeah, fell off back DeLorean.
For people that may not know, the DeLorean was built in Ireland, in the north of Ireland, and the trucks used to transport the DeLorean quarter panels past where you were.
Near enough here.
Yeah, up to Belfast, and this fell off the back of a truck.
Basically, yeah.
And now it's memorabilia in here, like.
Oh, that's all it is.
Oh man, that's so cool. Holy shit, man. So 24-hour racing.
24-hour racing, what they used to do in Mondella with these.
And you bought the whole race?
I bought the whole, it was kind of, yeah, basically the fella used to do them, bought the whole lot off and planning actually making a race on some day, just, oh, sure,
holy
too many
crap,
projects, not
man.
enough time, but like they all had little cool seats in them and everything, do you know?
I didn't even know they did this. Look at the way the grass is growing, that's brilliant. Holy shit. What year were they doing this kind of stuff?
Now you have me. I can't remember off the top of my head, but not that actual long
No,
ago.
judging by all, even the
Yeah.
printed vinyl stuff was probably like 10 or 15 years ago, like.
I want to say 15 years
Yeah.
ago, yeah.
Holy shit, man. Look how some of them rust away. Fucking hell, you wouldn't even think that's a car.
No.
Nice garden ornament though, all this.
Garden ornament, yeah.
I would be shitting myself racing one of these things.
I would love to make one someday though.
Yeah.
You know, I just think
Even because none of that exists anymore. If you built just one out of all of them to kind of commemorate the fact that they used to do that.
When we were retired.
yeah, when we're retired.
You've enough shit to last you to...
Oh, you know shit to last.
Now I truly understand what you have going on. Like, I have a whole new respect for how much... Like, when you put up a random car here or there, I'd be kind of like, what the fuck, how much? But now it's getting the scope of it all. And then seeing the sickness that you've inherited almost from your father, it's like, you'll be at this forever. Even if you were just out on your own belting around, it'd be brilliant.
Yeah, bring it to Mondella.
You kind of have
bring
the...
it to a Honda track.
Yeah. But you kind of have the bones of... You can pluck something from all of them.
No, I have a body off that one, I think, and a chassis off that one, and an engine out of that one.
Okay.
So then I just lost lots of panels.
There's just shit everywhere. And then there's one sad starlet.
Yeah.
That's
Someday I'll be able to re-channel or get new channels.
nice blend of stuff. I like how it's just blended like something really obscure in Jap and then something really obscure in French.
All together.
Yeah.
All in perfect harmony.
Look at that. This is what Ireland does, guys. Beautiful. Just eats cars. Look, the moss is just growing out of the car. It's incredible. Right, Paul. Thank you very much for this adventure.
No problem.
I'm sorry if we like glanced over stuff and you didn't see certain things or we didn't go back and get pictures of things. It was quite a overwhelming journey through your family's collection of cars. It's pretty amazing. Thanks for
No problem.
taking your entire Sunday out to show us stuff.
Great to have you up. Great to have you up.
Like, I don't know. This could be a 2-part episode. I'm pretty sure it'll be quite long. 3-part episode. I hope you enjoyed. You know, it's rare where people let you in their doors in Ireland to have a look around and stuff. So I really appreciate you allowing us to be kind of nosy and look around things. And thank you so much, man. Always nice to meet like-minded individuals that have awesome stuff. And I think you probably have more stuff than most people I've ever met, which is awesome. That means that all this stuff is being saved and it's not being rotten away in bushes and stuff. So. But yeah, we won't keep you for too much longer. Thank you very much, and as always, guys, hope you enjoyed seeing people's stuff and their collections. And yeah, goodbye. Take care.